Hello everybody, I am Manula Tantrivatta. So today I am going to do a screencast of how to subscribe to the published API and generate access tokens and accessing that API using access token. When you can remember, there's another screencast to how to create a simple API using WSO2 API Cloud. So I'm going to use that created simple API using WSO2 API Cloud and subscribe to that API and generate access tokens and access it. So here this is the APIs created already, and this is the WSO2 sample -100 is the API created in that screencast. So it is under the published state. So when you log into the WSO2 API Cloud using your account credentials, you can see what are the published APIs available here. If you want, you can add another API as well. So here there is a go to API store link. You have to click on that and it will redirect to the store of the this created API, and then you can select the API from the store and generate and to subscribe it, and then you can generate the access tokens of it. So now this is redirecting to the API store. Here you can see the store. There are two APIs are available for subscription. So let's click on the WSO2 sample API which we have created earlier. So it will redirecting to the created API. So here you can see the details of it. These are the production endpoints, HTTP and HTTPS endpoint which we have created. So this is the production endpoint of the HTTP production endpoint, and this is the HTTPS production endpoint. So when you look at the previous screencast, you can see we given the WSO2 as the context and 100 as the version, and you have to access it for the available endpoints by appending them after this production endpoint. So this is states is published. So you can create the you can subscribe to this WSO2 sample API. So I choose the default application, and I have selected unlimited as the TS, so it will select it automatically, and click on the subscribe button, and it will subscribe to the API, and it will automatically generate the access token and consumer key and the consumer secret. So here now it is successfully subscribed, and let's go to my subscription page, and you can see the subscribed API and the access token. Here you can see this is the subscribe API and access token, and this access token is valid to 1 hour, and this is the consumer key and consumer secret. You can use consumer key and consumer secret for 3-way authentication. So now I am going to access this API using the access token. First I am going to show the curl command and accessing and show the output of this endpoint. So here this is the access token, and I am going to create a curl command. So I would like to go to the sample WSO2 sample API and get the production endpoint to access my created API. So production endpoint is http://gateway.api-cloud.wso2.com, port is 8280, and /t one mark WSO2/100. So here my curl command is curl, so authorization token is bearer token, and I'm going to access the get request. And here you can when you go to the previous screencast, you can see we have entered the customer service / customers as our get request with the ID. So here when go to the terminal and enter it, here you can see we get the customer detail, customer ID 123, and the name is John. So likewise we can use the REST client and do the same thing which I have done already. So let's do this one is using the curl command. So here I have entered the access endpoint URL here, customer service customers 123, and this is the get request and authorization bearer, the access token which we get from the subscription page, and click on the send button here. Here you can see we get the same results using the REST client as well. So, and we can use the post request for the next method to get the name of the particular that available customers. So as you can remember in the first video, the endpoint is as name, and it is the post, and it has the content type as the text plain. And now I am click on the send button. So let's try it again. 8 customer service and text plain, and send it. Here that's the I have entered the wrong name, so it's the name and access token and text plain. So I use send button, so it gives the name Suryarachi as the output of the customer name. So likewise you can use the WSO2 API Cloud to create an API and publish it, and after that you can subscribe to that API and generate the access token and access using the curl of REST commands. So as a summary of this screencast, you can remember, first of all, we are logging to the API Cloud, and there are already available APIs which we have created in the beginning of this first screencast, and we can click on the particular API and we can subscribe it, and it will give us the production endpoint, HTTP and HTTP production endpoints, and the access token. Then we can use this access token, and using the curl or the REST client, we can get the results. Likewise here, if you are using the get method, and if we give the 123 as the customer ID, likewise it gives the results of it. So this is the end of the second screencast of the WSO2 API Cloud, and thank you very much for participating in this screencast. Thank you.